Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
Well, no. Vivian, how are you? Happy Wednesday.
I am fantastic. How are you?
Always fantastic, Vivian. You bring remarkable energy, grace, poise, elegance, and it is a beautiful time to get rolling with these incredible people.
Oh my goodness. We have in the house, in from Phoenix, Arizona, Root Hog in the house. Woo!
In the building.
Steal, even though I'm tempted to steal her fun fact.
No stealing fun facts.
I want one. I'm gonna take my lip. With over 15 years in the realty biz, Root loves to match homes to buyers. She's the branch and team manager at Home Smart Realty in Maricopa, Arizona, and is considered a buyer specialist. In fact, she's top performing #1 agent 5 years in a row, selling over 80 plus homes in 2020 alone, making her a top multi-million-dollar agent. So welcome, Root.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How is Maricopa County treating you these days?
It's actually Pinal County, and it's treating me very well.
It's right. Maricopa is in Pinal County, but there's a Maricopa County right next door, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
So how about your fun fact? And I will share a Maricopa County fun fact.
Okay. My fun fact is my real name is pronounced Hoochie.
Hoochie?
like Hoochie Mama.
Yes, baby. Unblinded Mark.
That is extraordinary, Root. Wonderful. And what is the world of real estate looking like these days? There's like pandemics and there's bubbles or not. Like what's happening out there? What's your perspective?
It's really, really crazy right now. Literally, I am helping at least 2 to 3 buyers every single day get into a home or put in contracts. Right now, it's truly a seller's market, and there's not even enough houses to be sold because a seller can't sell without obviously making a lot of money, but then where are they going to go? So there's not enough homes. And new builds are taking 8 to 9 months, and people need a home like yesterday. So we're dealing with multiple offers, and we're dealing with, going $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 over market price. Cash deals all over the place.
Extraordinary. Well, Root, thank you.
If you're an FHA buyer, it is really tough.
Yes, it is tough, but you are navigating the way, are you not, Root, for these buyers?
I am. Yes, I am.
So thank you for being here. Fun fact, I have an office in Phoenix of my firm, Cali Law, and we have the largest jury verdict in the state of Arizona in the last 10 years. It's still standing. 2016. Yeah, in a business breakup case. So it was crazy. I lived in Arizona. I spent extraordinary amounts of time in Arizona. I brought my son's club baseball team to play in Arizona multiple times. So welcome, Arizona. And yeah, it's a pleasure.
Did you hot air balloon in Arizona?
Believe it or not, I have yet to. I've gone skydiving in Arizona multiple times. We've been to the Grand Canyon. We've done kinds of crazy things. Summited Camelback Mountain, climbed Camelback Mountain a number of times, but not yet have we gone hot air ballooning. Sedona, incredible.
It's a shame, Sean.
I have a friend who almost, I hate to say this, but almost was killed in a hot air balloon ride and was stuck in a tree for probably, 12 hours. So that is not my thing going forward.
And I must say that I'm excited to report that I did go hot air ballooning in Arizona.
And survived. Amazing.
And survived, but it was most unpleasant. The basket landed on my tailbone. So I ended up with a bruise and walking around slightly crippled for a few days. And I could swear it's why I have that bulging disc on my L5S4, Sean.
We have hot air ballooning accidents all over the place, but we'll overcome. And who else is here to hang out with Root?
Oh my goodness, we have in from the Philippines, Martha Casimiro.
Yay!
Hi.
Hello, Martha. What's going on with Martha, Vivian?
Oh my God, you're gonna love her story. She was born with cerebral palsy. But Martha is one to defy the odds and show what is possible. As a Filipino woman, she is quadrilingual and quite accomplished. In fact, she went and got her BA and her master's in IT, went on to become an art instructor for children, copy editor before joining Sun Life Financial Advisors as a registered financial planner, which she loves doing today. So welcome, Martha.
Welcome.
Martha, welcome. And what four languages do you speak?
English, Filipino, Chavacano, which is a little bit of Spanish, and a little bit of Bisaya. Bisaya is a sub-language of the Philippines.
This is extraordinary. It's so funny and amazing. Vivian, you speak that same language, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. That means welcome.
Welcome to the party. It is extraordinary. And what city do you live in?
I live in the Zamboanga City, the southern part of the Philippines. So we speak Chavacano. It's a little bit of Spanish. So it's a mixture of Bisaya and Spanish. So broken Spanish.
Oh my goodness. Well, welcome to the party.
Her party's starting at 4 a.m. in the morning, by the way.
Oh my goodness, that's extraordinary.
This is a global party that we're in, and we have a lot of women today in the house. I'm so excited, Sean.
I have a complaint with our Unblinded producers, Lorelai. All men.
No, Sean, Frank wanted to be surrounded by women today, right, Frank? That was your request, so we made it happen.
That was the request.
It's in honor of Frank, then it's all good. Thank you, Lorelai. So, Vivian, we got some judges for Martha and for Root. What's happening?
In from Winter Garden, Florida, we have Nicole Mickle. Armed with a business economics degree and shortly after a real estate license, Nicole has been passionate to grow her business these past 25 years through real estate. First as owner of mobile title closing coordinator handling notary services, to then using her negotiating expertise at Mainframe Real Estate. Today, she's at Oceans Insiders in Orlando, Florida, growing her clientele via social media. Welcome, Nicole.
Thank you for having me. It's awesome.
Nicole, welcome to the party. And coming from Orlando, have you ever been to Disney, perhaps?
Oh yeah, that's my fun fact. My dad was one of the first employees hired in 1971, and I was basically raised with him in the Contemporary Hotel. All of our family.
Wow.
Unbelievable. How fun is that? What's your favorite ride at Disney, Nicole?
It's a Small World.
Yes, and they've innovated a number of times, so the music doesn't play as loudly everywhere. Is that correct?
Well, to me, it's just with Disney family. All of my cousins, it was 3 times a year we all made it a big family thing, and all of them would stay with us at the hotel. But back then, you know, things were not as structured and corporate, but it was a lot of fun back when I was a kid.
Love hearing it. Nicole, welcome. We have Disney energy in the house, Vivian, which, by the way, there's a lot of like Disney energy vibe that comes from you, maybe even from me once in a while. So yeah, Disney's present. We got some more judges.
I keep thinking of, she didn't even have to say it, but silently, that earworm was already taking hold of me.
Same here.
The small world after all.
All day long.
The small world
after all.
It's a small, small world. We had to do it.
Yes. What is that?
We have Samantha D'Amelio, right? Samantha D'Amelio in from Las Vegas. Armed with a Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance, she took the scenic route into realty. First, she worked as an accounts payable coordinator, cocktail server at the Bellagio, and recently took her passion and knack to educate others into the Klein team in Nevada at EXP Realty. Samantha's also passionate about doTERRA and is a wellness expert, something she feels has helped her this past year in healing what she thought was an autoimmune disease. So welcome, Samantha.
Very cool, Samantha. EXP is like omnipresent, a lot of positive energy and things happening there. And so Samantha, welcome. And how about a fun fact?
It is. Well, a fun fact is going to be related to the casinos. Surprise, surprise.
Fun fact.
The Palms, I actually am in an infomercial for Knockout Abs that was filmed at the Palms, I think 2008 or 2009. I tried to look for the video. I can find a Spanish speaking one. It was filmed at the pool. We were up on like these high risers with the exercise equipment, filming it, hair, makeup, everything. It was quite the experience.
I can only imagine. That sounds quite extraordinary. What are some of your other favorite Vegas hotels? Perhaps like what's the Hard Rock, the name of the Hard Rock crazy pool area?
Oh, Rehab. Well, the Hard Rock closed.
Samantha, you said that a little bit too quickly, but okay, please.
The Hard Rock closed. I do miss it. I actually didn't ever go to their pool. I love going to concerts at the Joint. I'm a Gen Xer. I love the 80s music. They would have, my favorite band is Motley Crue.
The Dirt.
I love it.
So, some Crue there.
Have you ever read the book The Dirt, Samantha?
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness, that is extraordinary. What is your favorite Motley Crue song?
I can't pick one. I like them all. I love Kickstart My Heart though. If I'm sleepy in the morning, just put that on and it's like, it's like, it's a drug.
We just started our huddle, our Unblinded huddle last week, and I think it was like Wednesday, to Kickstart My Heart. This is unbelievable. This is like kindredness is present. So extraordinary, Samantha. It's a pleasure, honor to have you here, and let's rock and roll today.
Have you gone gambling at all in Vegas, Sean?
Yes. So I'm not a big gambler. At one point, I wanted to be a professional blackjack player. So I studied card counting when I was 19 and 20 years old before I turned 21. There's a ridiculous story of how effectively one can count cards and how easily somebody can get out of this self-mastery and lose everything that they won in no time flat. I will tell you that story at a different time. It's a bit of a creepy story to have it appreciated. But yes, I have played in Las Vegas. I've had friends that are enormous gamblers and spent time in all kinds of crazy situations. Not like hangover situations, but like big high roller rooms, seeing insane things happen. But
I can tell you a story about an insane thing happening in a high rolling room.
I have 187 crazy, insane story. Right now, let's pause and keep rolling so we'll catch up on time. And then maybe we'll trade crazy high roller room story for how I lost everything I won in 2 seconds and decided in one night on the day I turned 21 years old that I am not going to be a professional gambler. So Vivian, we got one more judge.
We have Frank Oman in the house. He's very excited. He's in the car right now just to get Wi-Fi. So we're happy to have him. Frank left the corporate world about 20 years ago to develop solutions to problems in wireless communication, financial services, and renewable energy. Frank created the platform behind emoneyco.com. I'm hoping I said that right. A multi-channel financial services platform designed to bank the unbanked and provide financial literacy. Frank also created Unmetered Energy, a solar service platform that empowers contractors to scale their businesses without limits. So welcome, Frank.
Frank, what's happening, sir?
You are on mute.
About now. Good. Hello, nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, awesome. And what's your fun fact, Frank?
Fun fact. So if you Google Kardashian card spelled with a K, I was the creator behind that epic failure of a platform. We actually went up and was recording a promo for the spring release of the Kardashian show. The program got leaked prior to. Kim kept calling the debit card a credit card. Media got behind it, and it tanked literally as fast as it much faster than we took it up. So that's my fun fact. I got to meet the Kardashians. I got to send them money from my phone to their phone and do a promo that never got aired because the program tanked.
Wow. Well, Frank, sounds like you've had some other extraordinary successes, though. So welcome, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Vivian, we got a role player, and she's like a connector to the Untouchables or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you may know her. Her name is Lorelai Mariano, the producer of The Real Raw. Is that one of your own creations? She's the designer
yes,
of
it is.
Oh my goodness,
Thank you.
Glorious. You should send me that piece. And it has been worn by top celebrities in Hollywood, her line. And she's been featured also with her line at Fashion Week LA. Lorelai can also add TV celebrity status to herself. She starred in 3 seasons of The Real Housewives of Orange County. She also leads a high-level mastermind, which includes the inner circle of Tony Robbins, thought leaders, and powerful speakers. But her life's mission is to guide others out of childhood trauma, like she did. And she shares her story on Steven Tyler's media platform, a pending memoir, and her podcast titled Triumph Over Trauma. For her superpower, as Sean said, is that she is the connector to the Untouchables. Welcome, Lorelai.
Thank you, Vivian. Amazing as usual.
Lorelai, how are you today, and what is your fun fact?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you. So my fun fact is when I was living in Amsterdam, I went traveling for a couple of weeks, was going to Florence, and it was in the summer and everything was booked, and some mess happened with my booking. And this was when I was, it was a long time ago, well, before kids. So I'm at a little pensione, hotel, and I'm standing there and I'm asking for a room, and the person said, well, we only have one room, and I think you need to share it with this other girl so she can have a room. So I thought, okay, so I thought there, I walked into the room, assumed there would be 2 beds. I walk in and there's one bed. We look at each other. This is a girl from Japan, traveling. I'm like, oh, we look at each other. Okay, I guess we're sleeping together tonight. And so I stayed. I'm like, I am not going anywhere. I'm going to chill. She left to just tour all of Florence, like in, 8 hours or something. And I'm like, I'm having a beer. So then I do my stuff. I come back to the hotel. She's in bed in her nightgown. I put my nightgown on, get into bed. We're chatting. How was your day? How was your day? Then in the middle of the night, she had a nightmare that her camera was stolen. She pounded her fist on the bed, freaked out. I thought, great, I'm with a murderer. I'm going to die. So that was my story. How do you like that one, Sean?
Mariano, ladies and gentlemen. Mariano.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
The Untouchables and person that sleeps with strangers and hotel. You never met before. Vivian, thank you so much for being here today. You are extraordinary. And what is your fun fact, Vivian? Because by the way, you've been on TV too. Like, yes, and you had crushes on Howard Stern, revealed by lie detectors and all sorts of things. But what is your fun fact for today?
How many times do you think I've been to Vegas?
Oof. Well, I would have guessed in a vacuum, I would have guessed like 4 times. I'm presuming from the fact that you asked that question, that has been many times.
0. How's that? Got you, Sean.
Wow.
So listen, we love you. You are just truly magnificent. It is a wonderful Another Why Wednesday, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, Vivian.
Thank you for having me. I love you, and I love you all.
Love you. Bye, Vivian.
I love you.
All right, Lorelai, we got Martha, we got Root. So let's go this way. Root, I have either a 1 or a 2 under the table. What do you think it's going to be?
2.
It is a 2. You have won the toss. So would you like to go first, or would you like to take our guest from the Philippines, Martha, and throw her right under the bus and make her go first. So what are you going to do?
I am going to go first.
Look at that. Outstanding.
Awesome.
Lorelei will be anybody you want her to be. She could be an ideal client. She could be perhaps an ecosystem partner, avatar. She could be any other specific person in the world. Who would you like Lorelei to be? The game is about going from hello to yes in 6 minutes. It doesn't have to be a sale, and it could just be for a longer meeting. The key is like integrous, heart-centered connection. Who would you like Lorelei to be?
Let's just say she's a first-time home buyer.
Perfect. I think you might know some people like that. Would you not, Root?
A little bit.
Yes. Lorelei, first-time home buyer. Let's take us in. Ring, ring. Lorelei, please say hello.
Hello.
Hi. Who am I speaking with?
This is Lorelei.
Hi, Lorelei. How are you today?
Good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. So how do I get the pleasure of speaking with you today? What are you looking for?
Well, I am just wanting to buy a home, first time, really a little nervous. I want to really be with someone who can support me and help me, guide me through this process that seems a little daunting.
Well, that's exactly what I do. I'm a buyer specialist, so I only focus on buyers. So you've landed in the right pool of people to talk to. I hold your hand throughout the whole process. So tell me a little bit about exactly what scares you the most.
I guess it's just so many pieces and just finding the right fit and wondering if I'm going to make a mistake, if there's something. I'm always thinking there's something better. What if I choose something and there's something better out there? That's part of but just the whole series of pieces of the process.
Well, I've been doing this a long time. So one of the things that I will let you know is that when you find the right home, you'll actually feel it. And you'll know the right one. And we won't stop until you find that feeling. Just like when you got married, if you are married, I'm not sure if you are, but when you go pick out your wedding dress, are you married?
No.
Okay. So what about, are you dating somebody?
I just started dating someone. Yes.
Okay. So that butterfly feeling that you felt the first day that you met him.
That's a great analogy. Yes.
Yeah, so that's kind of the feeling that you're going to get when you find the house that you're looking for. So we're going to help you find that. And until you find that, we're not stopping.
And I was just waiting, I have quite, my number is very large, and I was waiting till I had that perfect scenario to live by the ocean, and that's what I'm looking for.
So you want to live by the ocean. What's your dollar figure? What's the cap that you don't want to spend over?
18 million.
Okay. So how many bedrooms are you wanting?
5.
Okay.
4 to 5.
Single, and you want a 5-bedroom? That's awesome.
I do, because I am planning on having a big, to tell you the truth, actually, my mother's going to be living with me, lives with me. So, it's like so much family. And
so is that something that you want to incorporate and bring her on as far as like helping you through this process?
No, but she's just going to be here.
She's going to be there. Okay. So other than a 5-bedroom, 18 million.
Yeah, actually, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I've got a really urgent call. I will call you right back.
So let's do that route. So she'll be right back in about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Not a roll. How'd that feel for you?
For me?
Yes.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, awesome. And Laurel,
every day.
Yeah. Laurel, if you had one word for Root about how that went, what would it be?
Concise.
Nice. Excellent. So Martha, are you ready to go?
Okay, go.
Yeah. And who would you like Lorelei to be?
I want her to be a girl entrepreneur looking for a financial plan and insurance for herself, and I'm the end result is I'm going to set you for an appointment.
Nice. Okay.
The discussion will last for 30 minutes. So it cannot be for 3 minutes.
Nice. All right. So Lorelai, you're an entrepreneur and you're looking for some financial dynamics. And here we go. So Lorelai, ring, ring.
Ring, ring. Hello?
Hi, Lorelai. Okay. Okay. How are you today?
Oh, I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Where have you been? Where have you been? Are you what have you been doing today? Like before? Yeah.
Oh, before when?
Before our call.
Oh, just basically working on some new jewelry designs and working with the new social media, expert and my marketing department. Yeah, so really busy with that.
That's great. That's great. Okay, where are you now? Where are you now? Are you? Yeah. What have you been up to lately?
Yeah, well, right now I'm in Orange County, California, Laguna Niguel. But yeah, right now I'm basically I'm building my jewelry business. I want to really scale my business. So that's what I'm looking. I'm actually searching for investors and other business partners. So I'm really focusing on that.
That's great. That's great. Okay. So, what are the challenges that you've encountered in your business?
Well, I think some of the challenges is that I've been a one-man show, and I know it's time to, be a business owner, not operator, and just really expand. And so I'm working on getting a full team and also to find that great business partner and, an investor and really take it to a massive scale, massive level. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. If what I understood is you want to find a business partner, business owner, and an investor which you want to invest in your business in order for it to grow. Am I correct?
Yes, definitely looking for that as we speak. Yeah.
So if I can show you a roadmap which you can follow, would you be interested? Because this will take about 15 to 30 minutes. So we need to set an appointment. Would you be interested in that?
I need to know a little bit more about you and your firm and how long you've been doing this and what your specialty is. But actually, I have to grab a really important call. I'm so sorry, but I'll be right back with you.
Okay.
Very nice work, Martha. How'd that feel for you?
And so, it's a little bit. I'm not satisfied with my action, with my persuasion.
Listen, you're doing a wonderful job. So thank you for being here, Martha. And let's see what our fine judges have to say. So let us begin with Nicole. Nicole, what do you first have for Root? Like 30 seconds of 50, half of the 30 seconds is what went well. 15 seconds or so it could be optimized, and then please a score on a scale of 1 to 10. So Nicole, what do you have for Root?
Ruth, I thought you did a really good job. Me being in a business and working with clients and things like that. I see how sometimes we do allow ourselves to kind of focus on what we think the first time home buyer is. But I'm noticing in Florida, just like you probably would in Arizona, it's changing. So I think you kind of put off a little bit about the $18 million house. I picked up on that. But I think you kind of recovered from that because the first time home buyer is becoming a little bit more of a luxury client. But opening up and maybe allowing is what I would say is allowing them to kind of formulate what it is versus just making a thought process of a first time home buyer, so that she could have developed a little bit more on what she really wanted versus what you thought she really wanted.
Yeah, awesome. And your score?
I would say 8.5.
Nice. And how about for Martha?
Martha did a really good job. And I know she was like trying to go ahead and open it up. She did a great job of kind of warming up and asking her how she did for the day. what were her plans and things like that. I thought that you really focused in very quickly and shifted gears into asking if she needed that financial help to grow her business, because you honed in immediately on what she really wanted. I just think you could have probably maybe wrapped it up and you had some more pitches ready to go for her. But I thought you did a great job too. And I would probably say like an 8.
Nice. Thank you, Nicole. Samantha, what did you have for Root?
Root, I loved, you just felt confidence. I didn't sense any nervousness. Definitely wasn't your first phone call. I loved how you were trying to get a connection going with buyer, because that's so important. We have to connect. I did feel that maybe you should have asked a little more open-ended questions, because it did seem like she threw you when she said 18 million. I know in Vegas we have some high-end. We don't have a lot of high-end like that either. Orange County is a completely different ballgame with price points. But I really thought you did excellent, but I also thought you could have tweaked it a little bit to segue into asking for an appointment to sit down and dig deeper into what.
And your score is?
My score is a 9.0.
Nice. Excellent. How about for Martha, Samantha?
Martha, you did great. I love how you were connecting and trying to build a little relationship before you asked for the appointment. I did feel though you should have said a little more about what you could bring and your value of bringing to Lorelei for her business. But overall, I thought it was great. I'm going to give you an 8.8.
Nice. Thanks so much for that. And Frank, what do you have, sir, for Root?
Yes, Root, I thought you did a great job with your confidence, and you were spot on with that. And for sure, was it your first call? Echo the other judges, perhaps maybe push a little bit sooner for some of her interest and maybe pushing for an appointment. But I thought you did a great job. I give you a 9.0 as well.
Nice. And how about for Martha, please? Frank?
Yes, Martha. Martha. You know, with you, I'm the same. I could sense you're a little bit nervous. Certainly, you did a good job pulling it back in and trying to echo what the benefits were, but perhaps maybe could have just led a little bit more into what your experiences are and how you could benefit, how the client could benefit from your services. An 8.8.
Nice. Well, thank you, Frank. Lorelei, are you ready for round 2?
Ready.
All right. Lorelei is back. Martha, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So we go from here to setting up that meeting. Yeah, Lorelei's got some questions. Here we go. Thanks.
Ring, ring. Hello, Martha. Thank you so much for waiting for me. Appreciate it.
No problem.
So yeah, back to, I wanted to find out more about your business, yourself, and why you got into the business a tiny bit, but how long you've been practicing and the scale of what you do, please.
Okay, I've been in the industry for 3 years now. I'm a registered financial planner and RFP. I have a designation at the end of my name. And I was actually born with cerebral palsy. Yeah, so as for me, I was born dead. So I was born dead and I was just resuscitated. So I was 2 weeks. 2 weeks after birth in the ICU. So despite my condition, I've been talking to businesses, to entrepreneurs about how to plan for the future. And one day I asked my dad, I said, Dad, what will happen to me when you will be gone someday?
Oh, wow.
So my dad was like, yeah, what will happen to my kid when I will be gone? So what happened after that day is what happened after that day is my dad got some insurances, some investments. So in order for it's like a gift to me. He said, well, as a professional in the insurance business, I won't depend on my father as well, because he started when he was 56 to be exact. So it's not this, it's the time it takes, it will not be it will not be enough for my lifetime. So I also have to work hard. So what I know is what I know in order to build my wealth is what I wanted to give to my clients, what I wanted to give to you. So what I wanted to teach to you. So that's all for me.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it. And I'm drawn to the heart. So, you had me there, because I think when people are really heart centered, then they're full of integrity, and it just matches up with who I am. So I really appreciate you sharing. Thank you. So let's connect later.
Yeah.
Martha, awesome job. Thank you for sharing your heart and your extraordinary story. How did that feel for you?
It's relieving. It's quite relieving that I can open up my story now, because before I'm quite hesitant to share my story, because what's on my mind is like, is my client really care about my backstory? So that's what I'm thinking before, but then
Yeah. I'm sorry. Please go ahead. Yep.
But then I realized that the more that you share your story, that the more that you'll be vulnerable, that's how they will relate to you. So because the reason why I don't share my backstories, I'm quite emotional. I'm quite emotional. That's why I have to be brave when I tell my backstory. So that the client will not yeah, come to the point of crying.
And so, yeah, Martha, and as Oprah Winfrey said, the reason she held the microphone for 30,000 people is because she said, I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters to me. And what I offer you is that as you're sharing, you're listening with people first, initially, and you're really generating this depth of connection through your listening, then your story is going to land even that much more impactfully. So it's like that depth of listening to people, supporting them in their courage, their vulnerability, stepping into their greatness. Then as you're sharing your amazing story, it's going to land even more powerfully. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Beautiful job. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Ruth, are you ready to go?
I am.
All right, let's rock and roll. Lorelei's back and she's looking for big time houses.
Ruth, thank you so much for waiting for me. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. So I know that you were looking for something big in Orange County, I guess is where you're at.
Yeah, actually, I'd love to live Laguna Beach on the cliff right there on PCH. So hopefully you're familiar with that area.
I am familiar with that area. I've worked a little bit in that area. I haven't actually sold a home, but came very close. We've lost, as you know, or don't know, in this market right now, it's really, really close. There's lots of overbidding and outbidding people. So I've come close a couple times, but haven't quite. I had to give that news that we didn't quite make it, but I did find a great property on the beach for my clients and they love it. So, but we'll definitely find the best one for you to do. It's going to be some searching, but I'm sure we'll be able to do that for you. So that being said, why don't we set up an appointment so that I can meet with you face to face. I can kind of show you my portfolio, what I do, how I've done it with my clients, see what else you're looking for, and then go from there.
Actually, before I do that, I like to be really, I'm so busy that my time is not a lot of time. So could you just tell me, I'd like to learn a little bit more about you in terms of, how long you've been who you work with, your clientele, and how long you've been doing this, and something about why.
Sure. So I've been doing this for about 16 years. My why is I have 6 beautiful children. I am putting a daughter through her first wedding. She's getting married in literally a month and a half. So I'm really excited about that. It's
wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. She's 25. And so she is getting married to her sweetheart. So that's exciting.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's my why. I, grew up in a wonderful family. So, I really focus on that, just finding the right house for the right person, whether it be a family home or a single person. Especially working with first-time home buyers is my favorite because they've never
Yeah.
bought a home before in most
And
cases.
how do you deal with this COVID situation we're in terms of that? How does that all go down?
So, there's two ways. One of the ways is if the client wants to do a video call or doesn't have the time, I set up a Facebook or a FaceTime with that client, and I actually go with them on FaceTime. That way, there's a comfort
Mhm.
level there.
And what about when I'm like searching through the home, meaning to actually visit?
Well, I put a face mask on, and I
Mhm.
ask my clients
Okay,
if they want
perfect.
me to stay in
Yeah,
the
a
car.
little paranoid. All right. Well, thank you. I really love your energy. I'd love to have an appointment with you.
Great. Let's set that up.
Awesome. Root, very nice work. How'd that feel for you?
Good. It was a little different, but obviously I don't deal with an $18 million home all the time.
Well, it's a new territory for you. Maybe there's probably things to come. I think it's going to manifest. That's where you're going next.
Maybe.
How would you feel about if we had a little bit of fun where I played you and you played a first-time home buyer? Actually, how about this? How about you're a seller and I am making a cold call to you to see about potentially a listing?
Okay, sure.
We have a little bit of fun? Okay. So let's go ring, ring. Yeah. Hi. And how about you're Mary? I'm Root. Good?
Good.
Okay. So ring, ring.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi. Is Mary there?
This is she.
Hey, Mary. My name is Root. Do you have 30 seconds to see if perhaps there's an alignment? Yes, I'm a realtor. Yes, I know you're selling your home. I can't even imagine how many people have called you so far, but I think it will be worth it if we spent just a few seconds on the phone.
You're the sixth call today.
I am not confused, and I'm so sorry for bothering you. Can I have those 30 seconds though, or no?
Okay, go ahead, shoot.
Yep. Okay. So Mary, really quickly, what I do is I work with value add. I think a lot of folks are going to tell you, hey, let me come in, let me give you appraisal. Here's what I do. If you can sell your home on your own, I know the market is absolutely insane right now. I represent buyers all over the place. But all I would ask you to do.
But wait a second. What is it going to cost me? What are you going to charge me?
I'm not going to charge you anything for what I'm offering. Ultimately, I have a completely negotiable rate. I go all the way down to X percentage out of roll. I don't know what your percentage would be. I'm not sure what the market would be, but I would answer that question. Say I would go all the way. I would answer the question. I go all the way down to X percentage, whatever that is. But what I'm actually offering you, Mary, is I run a program every day for sellers where I do free training and value add because I get it. You could probably sell your house right now on your own. But I haven't stopped doing this despite the massive COVID spike because I develop clients for life. And even if you never work with me, with what I'm going to teach you and show you and help you, hopefully when the market slows down a little bit, some of your friends, family, and other people would want to connect with me because the value I added to your life.
It's not going to cost me anything then.
Nothing to come to my free value added program. You don't have to work.
Do I have to show up somewhere?
No, it's virtual. It's on Zoom. And we bring people in to have that conversation. So we train you. And why would I do that? You get it, right? Like you're probably not going to work with me. It's a crazy market. Every other person who called you said they want to work with you. I'd love to work with you. If you change your mind, then we have a connection, but I want to add value first and build a relationship. Does that, and I'll hang up right now. I'm sorry for bothering you, but does that resonate with you or not?
It does actually.
Yeah. Awesome. So here's all we'd have to do. Is obviously, I'd love to exchange cell phone numbers. I will not sell your data, give your data to anybody. You will not go onto an email list. Nothing like that will happen. I will personally text you the time of the call, and then you'll be integrated into the system. And if you like it, you can opt in. You can learn more about my content, the things that I'm doing, and you can meet some other really cool people from the community and the area. And I just want the opportunity to build a relationship with you. So again, it's Tuesday nights at 5 p.m. The next one's coming up. This is Thursday. Wednesday. It's coming up this Tuesday. How does that sound for you?
I'll take the call. Sure. We can exchange numbers.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Out of roll. Root, how did I do?
You did great. you kept coming back and circling back and not giving up on me. So that was good.
All right. So awesome. Thank you for that. Let's see what the judges have to say about this round. And let's perhaps start with Samantha. Samantha, what did you have for Martha, please?
Martha, I loved your story. When you started sharing yourself, I was like, I want to work with you. So I really did appreciate that and felt that's going to be an amazing connection piece with people. Just be vulnerable. I struggle with that myself, so I can understand. Your story is amazing. You definitely should need to share that. People will want to work with you. I'm going to score you a 9.2.
Excellent. And what did you have, Samantha, for Root?
For Root, again, just we definitely know it's not your first call, and you have just great. I loved your story. I wanted to hear a little more about you. I know as realtors, we don't like to talk about ourselves. We want to get the client in, but building that relationship, finding something to connect with Lorelei on is just so huge. That's so big. So you were almost there. I think you can just adjust that a little bit. I also gave you a 9.2 as well.
Nice, Samantha. And by the way, great feedback. Your energy, your congruence is present. And how was your day today on the Real Raw?
Oh, this is awesome. I want to do this every day.
We have a lot of fun, a lot of great things to talk about. So thank you so much for being here today, Samantha. Really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And how about Nicole? Nicole, what did you have for Martha?
Martha, that was amazing. What I would probably say for you, because you don't want to share, which I get it, being in finance, asking for finances, is maybe do a very detailed about me and market the heck out of that throughout social media. Because once they read that, it's going to draw them in immediately. And then following up with it is like, you don't have to give the full story, because I could tell you're about to get emotional about it, which I completely get. But I can understand why you would. I thought you did a fabulous job. I would say 9.9.
Awesome. And how about, what did you have for Nicole for Root?
Root, you did a great job too. I would probably piggyback off of what Samantha was saying, was to give more of your story when you say the why about the 6 kids. Like maybe figure out something that's previously connected to another client that was like, oh my gosh, you're like this, we're the same people. Maybe go in with that if it was a single mom or a mom of 6 that worked from home and had to work her way up to get into this story. So maybe that your stories would align and open up with each other. I think emotionally, that was the only thing that was missing from it. You get the real estate game, bar none. It's the other side of it that's going to be a little bit different, that I think you can create an edge to even go luxury, because luxury clients want to know more about you because they know everybody wants their money. So
and your score?
Huh?
And your score?
I would say a 9.2.
Beautiful. Thank you for that.
There's a lot of 9.2s in the house, guys.
2s are in the building. So Nicole, love your feedback, love your passion, enthusiasm about influence. And how was your day on the Real Raw here with us today?
Oh, it was awesome. I love it. I mean, I could, like Samantha was saying, I could do this all the time. Of course, you can always figure out ways, but then I also see certain things that I could do better, because I'm always trying to perfect what I'm doing and take some of that advice that others are sharing with each other and kind of, grow from that as well. But I think I'm always learning, and I always want to help people with things that I may have found difficult. So I think it's a great experience.
Your heart is present. Thank you for that. Frank, how are you, my friend? And what'd you have for Martha?
Yeah, Martha, you're a survivor. And I think that you can, I loved your story, obviously very moved by it. It's something that from the first round to this round, you were a lot more comfortable talking about yourself and talking about your history. And I feel like you can pull from that and resonate with, hey, I'm a survivor. I've overcome things that most people will never overcome, and I'm going to help you do that with your business as well. I think you can leverage that to sell yourself and your services to your customer. I give you a 9.2. Beautiful story, and congratulations on all that you've accomplished thus far.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that, Frank. And how about for Root?
Yeah, Root, I thought you did obviously, real estate inside and out, but I did feel you got uncomfortable once Lorelei threw out the $18 million range. So It was good to get you out of your comfort zone there. I think you did a great job being honest, saying, hey, I never sold an $18 million property before. I think maybe you can take this as a takeaway and come back with, although I haven't, doesn't mean I'm not capable, and I can certainly still find that ideal property for you, so that that high-end buyer still is comfortable with your service. Have you a 9.1 on that?
Nice. Excellent job, Frank. Appreciate your feedback, your time and attention today. And how was your day on the Real Raw, Frank?
Oh, fantastic. It's a spectacular program, and I can't wait to be a part of it further.
Oh, well, thank you, brother. Appreciate that very, very much. Martha, wonderful job, powerful story, deeply inspirational. And as somebody who grew up in a family with challenges, my grandfather being blind, the fact that I am blind at this point, I was deeply moved and appreciated. And the fact that you did it in something that was not your natural language made it all the more impressive. So really appreciate you. How was your day here today, Martha?
I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmingly happy. I'm just excited to be here and to be with you all. And I really appreciate your feedback, and I will take it to heart, the comments, the feedbacks, and I will actually use it to my advantage as well. And I'm just happy to be here. No words. Yeah.
Thank you, Martha. Appreciate that. And Root, if somebody was like, I don't know, should I go on this Real Raw thing? Should I do it or not? What would you tell them?
You know, and that's exactly what my question was when I was asked to do this. So I'm really happy I came on. Number one, it did take me out of a comfort zone. So Lorelei, thank you for that. Not that I wouldn't be able to provide you with a great service, but yes, it did take me out of my comfort zone. I loved that I could still maneuver my way around it, even though it wasn't quite smooth as I would like it to be, but it was great to know that I could still ring her in, even though I wasn't smooth.
Well, you did an outstanding job. And for everybody out there, we had Root and rocking her family, 6 children, building her real estate business. Martha overcoming massive challenges, telling her deep, heart-centered story, coming all the way from the Philippines in the space of financial services. We have Nicole, who is just truly giving awesome feedback, a wonderful woman in sales and entrepreneurship, rocking it and loving like it's a small world. And of course, Samantha coming from Vegas, but like heart-centeredness present, like just showing up with beautiful energy, making things happen, and having an amazing fun fact of crazy abs from just a short time ago and perhaps today. And Frank, entrepreneur, solar space, rocking it. Appreciate each and every one of you. Lorelei Mariano, connector to the Untouchables. What is your final?
My final is this was a beautiful group, and my heart is just so opened right up, and I'm just so happy, Martha, for you trusting us and opening up your heart, and thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate it. Great job today, Lorelei. And everybody, what we're doing here at Unblinded takes a little bit to understand, appreciate, and explain. We are accelerating in extraordinary ways. We have deep, heart-centered people that are accelerating in their work and business. By the way, we're on Clubhouse every morning from 9 to 9:30. We'd invite each of you to be there tomorrow. It will be an honor and a privilege. And, we're rapidly growing our room. We have, between 150 entrepreneurs and business people on every day. And we only started about 10 days ago. So things are accelerating, incredible people to meet. And we don't just get on there and talk. We merge ecosystems, we co-create relationships, create acceleration. My co-host is my client, my friend, my partner, who took his sales meetings in the place of financial services, Rob Gill, from 8 sales meetings a month to 350 sales meetings a month, normalized and rocketing forward. We have a lot of fun, incredible people on every day. So you're welcome to come there, bring your ecosystem partners. And every Monday night, 7 p.m., we have What is Unblinded and Why Real Raw? What the heck is all this? So thank you. You're heart-centered people. Love you and appreciate you. And Lorelei, we are all blind.
And just learning to see.
Happy Y Wednesday. Thank you again, Martha. Thank you, Root. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Nicole. And thank you, Frank. Lorelei, great job. On behalf of the entire Unblinded team, have a beautiful Y Wednesday. Thanks.
Thank you.